So thank you for being here. We're so glad you guys are here, and thank you for the commitment that you give to All Saints Church. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about vision, mission, and I want to talk about some direction, and then we're going to have some feedback from you guys, and then we're going to have you get in your groups and talk about some things within your different ministry areas, and then we're going to go home. So the first thing I want to do is read this to you, our vision. And I guess it's going to be right here. There it is. To enable, I'll just read it right here. All people of Seattle to grasp the reality of an abundant life in Christ. And what you're going to hear a lot about tonight is there's a lot of tension that takes place within our vision. And there's a lot of tension that takes place in the way we do church here at All Saints. So the tension right here is people of Seattle grasping the reality of an abundant life in Christ. And so what we want them to understand about the abundant life in Christ is to understand that Jesus is the way, He is the hope, He is the truth, He is the light, and that brings a lot of tension to the people of Seattle, and that's what we deal with and how we go about doing it. Our mission is to be a center for spiritual growth, discovery, and formation where people can feel free to believe, doubt, and seek the person and work of Jesus Christ. Tension, believe, doubt, and seek. We don't do church normally. We are abnormal. And I think that's okay. And I think that's fine. And it's a hard tension to grasp because some of us have come from church backgrounds to where, hey, here's the answers, here's the way to do it, here's what's supposed to be. Then we have other people that come from either unchurched backgrounds totally, or from maybe liberal backgrounds that say, oh man, it's just all about whatever. Just make sure God's in the picture. And we have both. And we kind of hit right in the middle, and it brings tension for some of us. Especially as you start getting into this and saying, where's the concreteness here? Well, there is one concrete answer to everything, and His name is Jesus Christ. Period. We focus on Him, everything else falls into place. And again, it's a tension. Okay? Our values. What are our values? Cultural relevance. Well, that's cultural relevance. That's kind of a tough one, isn't it? Because what's relevant? What's relevant? Is it just to be trendy and cool? No, we believe it's to be timeless. And that's who Jesus is and what His message is all about. Authentic community. Well, everybody uses community, but what's authentic community? And I think we're discovering that because it's messy. That means we accept people for who they are. That means people come in and their lives are a wreck. My life's a wreck. Your life is a wreck. Our lives are messy. And we come in as messy people and we're saying it's okay to come in here as you are. We sing a song, we've sang a song, called Come Just As You Are. Do we mean that? I think we do. Okay? Lifelong discovery. Continuing to learn. There's all kinds of things about God that we don't know anything about. And I look at it like this. I've always thought that my relationship with God was like this. There's a room full of doors, and I walk into each door, and I look and discover something new about God. And then I open the last door in the room, and it opens up a whole new bank of doors. And I go in, and I just learn more about God, and see more about God, and experience Him, experience Jesus. And then I go to the last door in that room, and there's a whole other bank of doors. That's eternity. It's discoveries of who God is, on and on and on. Living faith. Well, let's be authentic. Let's live this thing out. Not here, but out into the city. And sometimes I feel, when I'm speaking on a Sunday morning and I say, go into the city, people are looking at me like a dog with a high-pitched whistle, like, what's that? Well, to authentically live our life out in the city of Seattle, who we're trying to reach, and let them know we love Jesus. And that's the direction we want to go, and that's how we want it to look like. But there's all kinds of tension, and I know a lot of us are feeling that. So ultimately, the compass is pointing right at the person and work of Jesus Christ. And as a church in Seattle, we're committed to being a church that is focused on reaching the unconvinced and skeptical. And I think a really good point for us is to understand what's the difference between being a skeptic and being a cynic. Okay? Being a skeptic, you're questioning, you're checking things out. Being a cynic, you're just kind of throwing rocks at it. I think it's a great move when we get somebody going from a cynic to being a skeptic. Okay? I think that's fantastic. That's all part of the authentic community and the living faith and the lifelong discovery and all those things. That's part of the abundant life in Christ to bring to the people of Seattle, is understand that Jesus is real. He's alive. He's doing stuff. There are stories all throughout this room of a living Jesus doing work in your lives. You see it not only in your own, but in other people. And that's how we live and walk. We're salt, we're light. Along the way, we're going to see some people coming from other churches. There could be a variety of reasons why they come, but our goal is to see those people being sent to the city as well. And people are going to come with their understanding of how they think church should go. And guys, I'll tell you, we've been doing this for 7 years. And I can't think of a day when I woke up going, oh my gosh, this is strange, this is difficult, this is hard. I think, sometimes I go home Sunday afternoons and I tell Sue, that's it, I'm done. I quit. This is too hard. Okay? She's like, okay, shut up and eat and take a nap and you'll be fine. And but it's not easy. And I know some of us are feeling that tension inside, like, when are we going to give an answer to that? And there's some things that I don't have an answer for. There's some things when we read the Bible, there's really not an answer concretely about certain things. That's why we have faith and we believe. And I think if we err on trusting who Jesus is, I would rather err on grace and love than I would be on judgment. Because who am I to judge? And there are things that are very